Hey everyone, it's Wolfgang. Let's talk about boosting your business. A lot of businesses have the following problem. It's not taking off, there's not enough revenue. It's a very common problem. There could be employee issues. So the first thing you should do is to take stock. What are your beliefs? What are your beliefs about the size of your market, for example? What are your beliefs about the possible revenue? Have you been thinking small about the market size? As an example, if you sell to consumers, the entire country and other parts of the world who can contact via the internet, who can buy from you over online, that's your market. That's your whole market. If you're a brick and mortar store, you can still sell into that market. So examine your beliefs about the size of the market. It's probably much bigger than you think, and there's a lot of revenue opportunity in addressing that issue. The next thing you should examine is your attitude. What is your mindset about the business? So if you take a look at your ability to be patient with your business, do you, as an example, this is a common issue that business owners have. They might notice another business similar to theirs is taking off faster. I've got some techniques you can use to address that, but just because your attitude is impatient doesn't mean you should stay that way. If your business is growing, is evolving, even if it's a little bit slow, your attitude should be one of patience, as long as you're taking steps to move things along, to improve the business. Another thing to examine is your skill set. What skills do you, if you look at your skill set, you probably know there are some things that you're coming up short on. A common example is selling, upselling, and marketing, especially online marketing, online selling, and online upselling. So those three things. What is your belief system about your business? How big is the market? Really, how big is the market? What is your attitude? Do you have patience or do you lack patience when you need to be patient? And what skills do you need to acquire or improve on? So beliefs, how big is your market really? Are you patient? As an example of patience, Amazon started in 1994. For the first 5 years until 1999, they sold books. So Bezos and company, they were very patient. If you think of how big Amazon became, and you observe that they only sold books, a little bit of music towards the end of that period, but mostly books for 5 years. That's patience. You tend to need that because people who don't have patience give up. Marketing skills, marketing, selling, upselling. You need to work on those. Almost all business owners can improve those skills, and it's easy these days to pick those skills up. There's a lot of stuff online to help you. So what I'm asking to do here is take stock of yesterday. What did you believe your market size was? And be honest. If you're a brick and mortar store in a town, you probably believed your market was the local environment only. So that needs to be adjusted. You can sell to the entire world. How is your mindset? Do you lack patience yesterday? Not today. Obviously, you're going to change that. But if your mindset was lack of patience, you may have not given enough time to efforts you made in the business to let it grow. And yesterday, you may have lacked some skills, marketing, selling, and upselling that you can now improve on. So here's an action plan. Steps you can take to turn things around, to boost your business. First thing to consider is how are you acquiring customers? Are you selling to former customers or customers from your past who bought from you already? That group is the easiest segment to sell to because you've already sold them something and they're likely happy with what they got. That is the largest potential to sell to is your customer list. Try to sell into your customer list if you're not doing that. How are you acquiring customers? Marketing, right? You need to work on your marketing if you have a weakness in that area. Action plan continued. How are you doing fulfillment? And that means how are you delivering the product or service to the customer? This is an area of improvement because once you make the sale, some businesses, all of a sudden they've got the money in their hand and it seems like the motivation is gone to actually do what they promised the customer they were going to do. So if you work on fulfillment, if you think again of Amazon, they deliver things quickly. They insist that people who sell on their site be able to deliver things quickly. That's the fulfillment part that you can work on. If you're taking a long time to make the customer happy after they gave you money, they notice. They definitely notice. One thing you should do, if this falls into marketing, is follow up leads in 5 minutes, really fast. If you get a lead from your marketing, you should make a standard operating procedure to follow up with any leads in 5 minutes. And if you need to have someone specifically designed to, or specifically targeting, responding to leads in 5 minutes. That's a good idea. Following up leads in 5 minutes, again, a standard operating procedure to do that. You can also personally listen in to sales calls. You know, when somebody calls your company and they press 1 for sales, you can listen in on those to see how effective your sales team is. You can learn a lot by doing that, by listening into calls, and you can make improvements in the sales team if they're dropping the ball. Another thing you can do is have onboarding of new customers. Make them feel special. If you've ever stayed in a nice hotel and they put something in the room that you were not expecting, they sort of onboarded you into a good experience because they did something outside the ordinary that they didn't have to do. Have an onboarding process. If you're unfamiliar with what that means, look this up online and try to find best practices for onboarding. You can really make a customer happy right from the beginning, right after fulfilling, by having a great onboarding process. Also, a lot of business owners don't like reading reviews because they reveal problems in the business. You can't turn away from that because that's a huge opportunity. For every one customer who leaves a bad review, there's probably 10 more who were just too lazy, who didn't think you were worth it, because after all, you have problems in your business. When you find a review that describes an issue with the company, fix those problems. That's a huge opportunity. A standard operating procedure to do that should be part of your employee manual. You should align employees' wants with the goals of your business. And here's what that means. When you hire someone, you interview them and ask them to indicate what things they would like to get out of their job besides a paycheck. Bonus, vacation, promotion, training. Ask employees when you hire them what their goals are in your business. And then what you do is you align their desires with the success of the business. If you're able to do a great job and help the company move forward, we will meet those goals, those things that you want. We will take care of you. That aligns the employees with the good performance of the business. Another thing you should do is become intolerant of anything that is not excellent. That can mean ignoring a directive to take care of something in the business, maybe showing up late, maybe being troublesome at work, maybe just not doing their job fast enough. So you should become intolerant of anything that's not excellent. And that can increase turnover in the business because some people out there, no matter what you do, they will see a job as a paycheck, right? So just become intolerant of anything that's not excellent. So all of these are the basics. Take a look at all of these and do them. Create a standard operating procedures plan. There's not that many steps here. If you do these things, most businesses lack these basic standard operating procedures. So their lack of following the basics is your opportunity. When you have a competitor out there and they're not doing this stuff, that is your opportunity to do a better job. That's what Amazon did. Amazon improved the online buying experience immensely, and it really paid off for them, and it's still paying off. They're sort of the go-to source, the first place you check when you want to buy something online. And obviously there's Etsy, there's eBay. There are other websites that sell direct to customers, but if you lack the basics in your company, it is hurting your sales, it's hurting your revenue. So these steps, if you implement them as standard operating procedures, become a path to improve your revenue. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions about any of these, one of the important ones that is really easy to overlook is aligning employees' wants with the goals of your business. And here's why it's easy to overlook. I've seen this a lot with business owners. Business owners have a mindset sometimes of, I hired them, I'm giving them a place to work, it's a good place to work, and they're getting a paycheck. They should naturally do a fantastic job. That's not true. It's not how it works. And when I discuss this with business owners, I tell them the following. Your job was one of many they might have taken. So there's possibly no differentiation between your job and the same job at other companies. So to differentiate, if you are aligning employees' wants, a bonus, a vacation, training, or a potential promotion with the goals of the business, do a great job, and we will deliver on your goals. That will create aligned employees who will work hard and will be attentive. So that's a really important one because most business owners believe I'm paying them, I'm giving them a paycheck, that should be enough. It's not. It's like anything else that's a commodity. A job is a commodity most of the time, maybe not in a down economy, but the economy is improving. And a job description is a commodity. in our country. So keep that in mind. If you have any other questions, please post in the comments, and I will try to help out. And I really want to thank everyone for tuning in, and have a great day.